Have you ever noticed that the older you get, the less you want to be around people? Maybe parties don't feel exciting anymore. Maybe hanging out feels more like a chore than fun. Maybe texting back feels like a task instead of a joy. If that sounds like you, you're not broken. You're not antisocial, you're not cold, and you're definitely not alone. In fact, this change happens to millions of people as they age, and there are powerful psychological reasons behind it. Today, we'll explore 6 deep and real reasons why your desire to be around people fades over time, and why that change isn't something to fight against, but something to understand, accept, and maybe even embrace. So grab a warm drink, find a quiet place, and let's dive into the reasons you're pulling away and why it's okay. 1. You start protecting your energy. When you're younger, it feels like you have unlimited energy. You say yes to everything: late-night chats, last-minute plans, emotional support for everyone around you. You're generous with your time, your emotions, and your attention. But as you get older, you realize something important. Not every interaction is worth your energy. You begin to understand that your energy is like a bank account. Every person, every conversation, every commitment, it all takes a little bit from that account. And some people withdraw a lot and never deposit anything back. You start to notice how tired you feel after certain conversations. You notice how you feel mentally drained after spending time with some people. And that's when you start saying no. Not to be rude, not to push people away, but to protect your peace. You realize that your emotional well-being matters. You don't want to waste your time feeling anxious, frustrated, or mentally exhausted. So you choose carefully. You think before saying yes. You make space for calm and let go of chaos. And that's not selfish, that's growth. 2. Small talk starts to feel empty. Remember when small talk was easy? How was your weekend? Did you see the new show on Netflix? What do you think about what Sarah posted on Instagram? That kind of talk used to be a way to connect, but now it often feels like noise. As we age, we start craving more meaningful conversations. We want to talk about our values, our dreams, our fears, our healing. We want to talk about life in a way that feels real. But the world around us still loves surface-level talk. And when you keep running into shallow conversations, something inside you shifts. You start to feel like you're faking it, smiling, nodding, pretending to care about things that don't move you anymore. And so you stop engaging. Not because you're cold, but because your heart wants depth. You'd rather have one deep conversation than 10 empty ones. You'd rather sit in silence than fake a smile. And in that silence, you find something powerful: peace. 3. You see people more clearly. One of the gifts of growing older is better instincts. You've been through enough to know what patterns look like. You know when someone is lying, even if they're smiling. You know when someone is using you, even if they're being nice. You pick up on energy faster. You notice what people don't say. And more importantly, you start trusting yourself. Where you once doubted your feelings, now you listen to them. Where you once gave second, third, and fourth chances, now you walk away. You understand that not everyone is meant to stay in your life. Some are lessons, some are blessings, some are both. You no longer argue or explain, you simply move on. Your boundaries get stronger, your standards get higher. Your tolerance for fake, toxic, or one-sided relationships goes way down. You don't hate people, you're just done settling for less than you deserve. 4. Alone time feels like a gift. When we're younger, we often see alone time as a problem. If I'm alone, something must be wrong. If no one is texting me, maybe they don't like me. But as we age, we start to see solitude differently. Alone time becomes precious. A chance to recharge, a place to breathe. No pressure, no small talk, no pretending. Just you, your thoughts, your space. You begin to realize that being alone doesn't mean being lonely. In fact, some of your most peaceful, powerful moments happen when no one else is around. You journal, you walk, you read, you rest. You reflect on your life in a way that's impossible when you're surrounded by noise. And here's something amazing. The more you enjoy